What is gooch? Adam here. I want to talk to you about one of my absolute favorite tools in my experience cooking as a professional private chef. Maybe you've seen these little containers in other videos, or maybe in your carry-out bag when you get Thai food or something. If you're a professional cook or chef, these really don't need any introduction. These unassuming little deli containers have made my life a lot less stressful and more organized in the kitchen. And because of that, in a handful of ways, these things have actually made me a better and more clean cook. The first reason deli containers have a permanent home in my kitchen is pretty obvious. It's because they're affordable. These things are super cost effective, and you're going to be able to get a whole set of them for basically less than 30 bucks. That's not something that you can say with other glass containers or name brand plastic containers even. They're super affordable, which kind of means they're super expendable because they're plastic. See that plastic, look at that plastic. If one of these things breaks, just rinse it out and recycle it. There's really no financial hit, and you don't have to deal with broken glass. I have zero beef with glass containers. I have a bunch that I still like to use, and mason and ball jars, you know, I use them a lot. There's room for both glass and plastic at my crib. Speaking of beef, I know a lot of people have issues with plastic, but these things are BPA free, they're microwave safe, freezer safe, and you can wash these in the dishwasher, which is pretty awesome. If you're one of those people and are a little bit concerned, I invite a civil discourse in the comments below. The second reason that I love deli containers, I slightly touched on this, is that they're reusable. You can pop these in the dishwasher, you can wash them with really hot water by hand, you can put them right in the freezer right after that, so that means you can store things like soups, stews, and really anything you want for a long period of time in these deli containers. The third reason I love deli containers is that they are super organizable, easy to organize. They are easy to organize. These deli containers are stackable, which means that they take up a lot less space than other containers in my experience, which is pretty important if you're an apartment dweller or just working in a small space like myself. There's just something so aesthetically pleasing and nice about opening a cabinet and just seeing everything sort of organized, everything looking uniform, lids on, labeled up. It's very fulfilling. I don't know, maybe I'm just a freak. Probably. Also, maybe you've noticed that these things are see-through, which makes it super easy to understand what you have available in your pantry, in your fridge, freezer, your larder in general. You can put dry goods in this, I do that too. That way you know what's inside at a glance and you don't have to go around opening 100 different containers, especially if you have things labeled. The fourth reason I love deli containers is because a lot of people actually don't know this, but they act as measuring cups. The small containers equate to 1 cup or 236 mils. The medium containers are 2 cups or 1 pint or 474 mils. And lastly, these larger containers are 4 cups, aka 1 quart, aka 947 mils. The fifth and final reason that I love deli containers is for mise en place, which is just a French term for everything in its place, which in kitchen lingo, in English, refers to ingredients or food that's been prepared or pre-measured in a lot of cases for a certain recipe or just service in general, cooking in general. It makes it so you're not sort of scrambling and looking all over the place, reaching for your spoon, reaching for your sauce, reaching for your whatever else like in the moment, and you can just kind of chill, focus, and get the job done one at a time as you need it. So now you know, these deli containers are not just for chefy optics, they're actually very practical and very convenient. Now I have worked with and am lucky enough to be friends with a handful of very talented professional cooks and chefs. And one thing that's common in all of their kitchens, you guessed it, deli containers. And just like really in anything, right? If the pros are doing it, there's probably a reason for it. So as usual, if you have any questions about anything that we talked about or anything that we didn't talk about, leave those in the comments below. Thank you a milli for sticking around and watching until the end here, and I shall see you very, very soon. Au revoir.